Do you think this whole drama and this chaos and this mess is going to win your party votes? I mean, what on earth?
Or do you think it's going to win your party votes, Chuka, because the Labour Party is so far behind still and actually should be clearing up?
We're not the ones triggering a contest in the middle of a crisis.
But you did trigger two contests, and he lost both of them, and he stayed there.
So what does that say about the impact on your party?
Well, I just have to say that, look, the parliamentarians of the Labour Party need to get their act together about their own leader. We have a very statutory position about the Prime Minister. She now will face this vote of confidence tonight, and the reason, as I was saying, why the badge has come off is because it's now party political. It's no longer her. So that means the officials cannot help or support her in communications or anything else.
Is it time for a government of national unity?
Well, I'm not sure how you would strike a government of national unity. The ones that I've always seen in the past never quite work, really, except in wartime, and we're not really there.
Feels a bit like a crisis there at the moment.
Well, you know, there's always crisis.
You want people to be united?
I genuinely think that we will be able to get something sorted out as we get a bit further down the road, and I think that will be the case. I, am convinced that the EU does want a deal. They just, they say you can't ask for all these things and want what you want at the same time. I think the customs union stuff is.
Lord Sugar, you fell out of love with the Labour Party because of Jeremy Corbyn, but there is a chance here that we could trigger a general election with all this chaos, and Jeremy Corbyn could end up being Prime Minister. As a leading businessman in this country and a former Labour guy, how do you feel about that?
Well, I'll come on record here and make a statement, and as much as I hate this, if he becomes the Prime Minister of this country, I am out. I'm leaving.
The country?
Really?
I will leave this country.
Is there any bad news?
I will leave this country.
But seriously, I mean, people have said that before.
I will leave.
Is that a tax issue or a personality issue?
It's nothing to do with tax. It's I worry about my grandchildren. I worry about my grandchildren's children under this fellow.
You would leave the country?
I will leave this country.
Venezuela without the oil.
I mean, that's an amazing statement.
No,
Someone like Lord Sugar, who's been born and bred here, built your business here, to actually say you would leave the country if it was Prime Minister Corbyn.
I mean, if he was the Prime Minister of this, it would be like watching the mother-in-law drive the Ferrari over the cliff, if you understand.
We haven't all got Ferraris, Lord Sugar.
He's useless. Look, Chuka, you please try and put yourself forward as the leader. Get someone else.
You don't want. You've ruled out standing as leader of the Labour Party this morning, but what? Nigel Farage was in that seat yesterday talking about the potential to set up a new Brexit party because he's lost faith with UKIP. What about setting up a new centre-left party?
I just don't think this is the time at all
really?
for any of that. Lots
of people are looking at this podium with a vote of no confidence in the Prime Minister thinking this is exactly the time.
I think we're in a crisis. I think we have got to sort out this Brexit issue. It is, as Alan has said, this is going to affect our children, our grandchildren's future. Yep. And if we get sidetracked by other issues right now, when we should be concentrating on sorting this out. I mean, it's Donald Trump.
It's Donald.
There you are.
Donald.
You've had the call. It's Donald.
Yeah, Donald. Mr. President, I'm sorry. I was coming to be chief of staff.
Too busy.
But we've got
I may need to save my own country. There might be a job vacancy here. I'll call you back.
I just think we've got to... What I think your viewers and the electorate want British politics to do is to sort out this mess. We have got to sort out this Brexit
But the
issue.
mess of the Labour Party, surely, goes back to when Ed Miliband changed all the rules of membership. That allowed so many people to become members for £3 or whatever, and that has skewed the nature of the membership of the Labour Party to such a degree you can't get rid of Jeremy Corbyn, even if you want to.
Well, look, the Labour Party has changed immeasurably compared to what it was when Ed was the leader. I think something like 15-20% of our membership now were members at that time. So it is essentially a new and different party.
Could someone like you actually become leader given the new membership?
No.
No.
But that's a huge problem.
But I don't think so. But I think we should get away from the soap opera and focus on the issues. And frankly, what I think people want us to do now is lead. And clearly you've got a government that cannot govern.
Yeah, but if you
take totally split.
If you take over, you've got people like Lord Sugar, right? A sort of pillar of British society and establishment.
Yeah, but as Chuck has just said, with the current membership, he's never going to win a leadership election in the Labour Party.
But it's not about me. This is millions of people's jobs.
What does it say about the status of your party that someone like Lord Sugar is literally going to leave the country if you get into power now under Jeremy Corbyn?
Well, I obviously hope that won't be the case, and I hope that Lord Sugar...
What, you hope that your own leader doesn't become Prime Minister?
I hope that Alan doesn't leave, because ultimately we need successful business people to be creating jobs and wealth for our country. And if somebody like, Alan leaves, that is not good for the UK.
But what Chuka is saying, I know lots and lots of Labour MPs, got good friends of them, and there's huge numbers of them wishing desperately not to have a general election. They do not want to see their own party leader in charge. When you're in that state, then you are not an opposition any longer. You are just basically biding time.
Yeah.
Brilliant. So we've
that's
got a
why this is
government that
key.
isn't a government any longer, a Prime Minister
Opposition
who...
that's biding time, and no one knows what the hell's going on.